Fantastic! Another unexpected but very much welcome video, and this is going to be in what I've been keeping up as the volume cover comparison. Whenever an Eden Zero volume cover comes out, and compare them to the Fairy Tail and Rave Master volume covers, just to kind of look at what we got for each of them and where we can decide which ones we like the most. You guys can tell me in the comments what you think. And I'll tell you what mine obviously in the video. But beforehand, I would really appreciate if you would thumbs up the video, but the like button and the subscribe button, and check out my others. Well, let's get into the video itself. So with Rave Master Volume 5, that was a really good volume. The whole battle of Haru versus Shuta, on the Fortress Rhapsodia, and then you had the introduction of the Oracion 6. And you find more about Demon Card, and it's like the layout. Like, I really like the full page cover volume. Like with Fairy Tail and Eden Zero, you have that frame kind of design. You have the standard layout of the chapter, or of the volume rather, and then the cover framed picture, as well as the title color being different, volume by volume, the different design for it. And the same thing with Eden Zero as Fairy Tail, but with Rave Master, it was like the full page for the cover. And there's a lot of like Rave Master cover volumes that are rather just kind of like unrelated to what's going on. Like I think volume 2 or 3 is just like them DJing, and it has nothing to do with what's going on, and it's just kind of silly. Though I think it was just like Kira Mashima, its early days, just wanted to make a cool cover. All right, whatever, not a big deal. But I do really like this one. I really like the deep red. I like the throne room in the back. You have Reina and her, nice thigh like cut dress, and Sieghart just kind of wandering. He's got his sick purple and white design. I think that was really cool, and just like the introduction of like Jigen, Sieg, Reina, and all these other members of the Oracion 6 just was really cool. With Fairy Tail, obviously this is Galuna Island. Galuna Island was a really cool arc because obviously it was a gray-centered arc. Natsu obviously being the main character, he didn't have like even close to a big a part as you'd probably expect in this, which was weird kind of early on. But the big main villain actually went to Gray to fight. The big antagonist of that arc was not done by Natsu. Natsu really fought Ultir, who was going easy on him the whole time. And here we have, I like the layout with like some of the characters. You have the people that are looking at each other who they're fighting, pretty standard. And Sherry just kind of petting Taurus, as he's like coming out of the smoke, obviously showing that she's going to be messing with them in this volume. And you actually have Gray as the smallest, like furthest away from the POV of the characters, other than Leon. But Leon's like almost like an image, considering you're just getting like the top point of him, and it's kind of just like ominous over the cover. And Gray's kind of like pushed way back, and he's looking over it all, like he's like, it's like, oh shit, here we go again, that meme. And I just like that Gray, he looks like he doesn't want to deal with this, but he knows he has to because of the fact that it's directly related to him with and Leon and Deliora. I like this one. I think this is a really good one, but out of these three, it's probably my least favorite. With Rave Master, I just really like the full cover style page, and with Fairy Tail, it is a good one, but it's not it's not as glorious as like what I really like about this Eden Zero cover. First off, I really like the colors used. I really like the purple. I think the purple and like white look really good together. I think this might be the best color combination. Like, I like the first one, the blue. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. It was blue in the first one, and then the second one I think was red, and then green, and then gold, and now this one is purple. Honestly, I feel like the purple looks the coolest. I really like the green. It's between the green and the purple for me right now. But I also really liked Shiki's design. This is probably my favorite version of Shiki so far. I really always liked him with the long hair. I think it looks cooler. He looks really cool default, but I think some people like compare too much of his hair being similar to Natsu's and Haru's. I mean, it's kind of the same like spiky hair like a lot of the shonen main characters have, but his is way more down over his face than Haru and Natsu has. Natsu, he actually has, the part, you can even see in this picture, like, the early design, though, of it kind of being, like, held up over his forehead. But Shiki's is much more draped. But I do like the long-haired Shiki. It would probably look way cooler, like with Ether Gear, like we see him like hanging upside down, his hair draping down. But like when he gets the full body Ether Gear, when his hair changes colors, I'm assuming green because his Ether Gear is green. It would probably just look really cool if it like waving around in zero gravity. I feel like that would be like super sick. Maybe here Mashima saving that for later. And again, I really like the tiger design on his outfit as well, and the cool. The necklace I'm kind of alright with, just gave a little, further nod to Acnologia. But I did really like the tiger stripe design. And then you get like little Pinot in a human form. You get Rebecca and Wise in his chick body. And then you get like Hermit, who's just kind of like looking off, distant, not wanting to be a part of the cover seemingly. And then Jamil off in the back. But I actually really liked Amira in this cover because you get Amira, who's the biggest probably besides Jamilov, and she's looming kind of like off to the side, slightly covering her face. She's acting in a disguise. And you look at this cover, because usually when you look at covers, when you have no context of the stuff within them, you're like, okay, when am I going to get to which of these characters is on there, or the events that are on the cover? And with the Mira, you'd be like, okay, when am I going to get to this character? And you're going to be thinking about like, okay, all the characters are on the front, and you see everybody, and you see including, in quotation marks, Homura in the dude Digitalis body. And then you have Amira, and you're like, okay, when am I going to get to Amira? And then you realize, okay, yeah, Amira's been here the whole time, but she's been in this form. So you have her kind of like directly behind, her fake Homura dude self covering her face. So she's kind of like hiding behind him, shrouding herself, which I think is really cool. So when you get to that point, you realize that she's actually been in this fake body the whole time. I just think that's a really cool, like, kind of addition to it. Just kind of, a little subtlety to it. And it makes me really excited to see what the volume after, if your machine is going to go for the Drac and Joe cover. I hope that one's next. It'll be that one, or maybe looming something up to like Xiao Mei or something. But other than that, I don't want to ramble on too much. Tell me in the comments what you think about all these, what you thought about all these volume covers. Which of these is your favorite? Eden Zero Volume 5 out of these 3 is definitely my favorite. Rave Master will win some eventually. Like, some of them come later. I already know one volume that will probably win when we get to it. But right now, Eden Zero is definitely my favorite out of these. And I want to hear what you guys have to say and what volume is your favorite out of these. But other than that, I really appreciate it. You come to listen, and like I said, I like to hear what you have to say. Other than that, thanks everyone for listening.